So I see a lot of people talking about recharge times and diminishing returns. It seems like every time I see a question about it, the answer is simply diminishing returns, diminishing returns. But what does that mean? Why are there diminishing returns? And how do you know what they are? To be honest, the way the game describes power recharge times and the percentages it gives you on recharge speed upgrades doesn't really translate well to calculating what your actual recharge time is for power and how recharge speed helps you, unless of course you already know how the math works. Then again, what if you aren't a math whiz or nobody bothers to tell you how the calculations work other than just saying diminishing returns with no other explanation? Well, you're in luck. With a change of verbiage or how you read the skills page, you can easily start to make sense of it all. It'll require just a bit of basic math, but I'll show you that too, and you can also just use round numbers to get an idea of where you're at. So let's start by looking at the definitions that the game gives you. For powers, each one has a base recharge time. This is where the game tells you that without any modifiers, it'll take this long to use the power again after it goes on cooldown. Next, we have recharge speed. This is how the game tells you when you can modify your cooldowns to make them shorter, or in some cases longer. For instance, if you look at your weapon loadout screen, you'll see a bar above the words power recharge speed. This is your base recharge speed and is based on how heavy your weapons are compared to your carrying capacity. If you look at the bar, it's divided into two sections. Keeping the highlighted area to the left, making the bar blue, gives you a base of 100% recharge speed. Equip heavier or too many weapons and the bar goes into the red and negatively affects your base recharge speed. Now let's look at the charge ability. To the right of the screen, we can see that charge has a recharge time of 8 seconds. What I'd like for you to do is forget the word time and replace the word seconds with unit. So now we can say charge has a recharge of 8 units. With that, let's look at some of the modifiers within the skill tree. The rank 2 modifier gives you plus 35% recharge speed. The rank 6 modifier, Shock Trooper, gives you plus 75% recharge speed. That's a total of plus 110 recharge speed. So just looking at that, it would be easy to think that leveling those two skills would make charge have an instant cooldown, right? But that's where changing the words to recharge of 8 units comes in. Using our new way to describe recharge with units, we can say that recharge speed doesn't affect the recharge units. It instead affects how many units you recharge per second. So you have a base of 100% recharge speed, that means that you recharge 1 unit every second. So if you had another 100% recharge speed added to your base, that would give you 200% total recharge speed, which would mean you would recharge 2 units every second. That changes charge's actual recharge time from 8 seconds to 4 seconds, because you're now recharging 2 units a second. Make sense? Let's add a couple other things to the mix. A Vanguard at rank 5 gets a bonus 30% recharge speed, and level 5 N7 armor gets another 15% recharge speed. Add that to the 110% from the charge skill tree along with your base recharge speed, and that's a total of 255% recharge speed. That basically means this character's recharge speed for charge is now 2.55 units a second. Since charge has 8 units for its recharge, that means its cooldown is now 3.14 seconds. The math is simple, units divided by speed, and since speed is a percentage, I just moved the decimal to the left twice. For this example, it was 8 divided by 2.55. So where are the diminishing returns? Well, at 200%, I basically cut the cooldown in half, but to cut it into thirds, I'd need an extra 133%. To cut it into fourths, I'd need an extra 200%. That's a total of 400% recharge speed to get it down to 2 seconds. For a 1 second cooldown, I'd need a whopping 800%. So you can see there comes a point where getting even more recharge speed is just inefficient. And that's it for recharge speeds. I hope this all made sense for you, and if the video was helpful or if you have any more questions, just let me know in the comments section, and I'll see you in Andromeda.